referendum politics. Why did the Deputy President, William Ruto, change his tune on referendum, Doctor?
Of course, you are inviting us to speculate, right? Because
it is not speculation
we really
because...
don't know. No, we know it
is not speculation.
But we don't know why it changed, isn't it?
Oh, okay, because I've asked why you think he changed his tune on the referendum. Because all along, the Deputy President, William Ruto, has been opposing. Let's start even with the 2010 Constitution. He strongly opposed it.
They did.
And we are talking about a referendum. And it was like, we're not having a referendum because this referendum, it will be about creating some political seats for some people.
Yeah, no, so that part is no speculation, but why he did it, then that is where my speculation comes in.
Okay.
And then my speculation is that probably Deputy President realized that Raila is using the referendum talk. He might not be even so much interested in referendum, but to keep himself relevant and to be in the forefront and to be to kind of galvanize and answer the issue of, are you going to retire through the referendum? I'm in the field, there is a bigger war. So I think the Deputy President realized that this might even, and you know, even Raila and those who have suggested have come with different positions. As Kenyans who are not politicians, we feel bad that it's politicians who are now turning to tell us, we have tired you, and you, so the donkey is tired, it's time for me to unload some of load. So I think Deputy President realized that there's more politics here than reality. Raila is using the referendum talk to politicize and to kind of cut the wind off his sail, is to say, yes, let's go.
Let's go with the referendum.
And that is like just poking somebody's balloon, because now, then what? Because they thought, and the plan was, or I'm imagining, that this was going to be a divisive politics, was going to keep both sides relevant, was going to galvanize, and was going to be a very visible debate. But now it is like a movie you've been watching, and then now it is ending in a very boring way.
Mr. Muluk, what do you have to say?
I concur. You see, Raila Odinga, it has been said, and I think it is true, that he thrives best in controversy-riddled environments. And if there's no controversy, he's going to create one. He also likes these situations that you'd almost call in philosophy Manichaean, where there are two sides that are in hostile opposition to each other, with him on one side and as the de facto leader of that side, and he defines an adversary on the other side, and that keeps him very much alive politically and very relevant. The whole Okoa initiative, for example, 2014, 2015, was basically about reinventing of the man who had lost the 2013 election and keeping him very relevant and as the leader of that fraternity. And by the time that was ending, you were starting to move towards the elections. Then you turn that to IBC. Right now, the debate ought to be on the IBC itself, its constitution. Here is a very critical public institution, one of the most sensitive in the national life. One day, the CEO is taking the chair and the commission to court. The next day, the chair is sacking him. Then you have commissioners resigning, commissioners trooping back, 9-point-something billion shillings getting lost. This is the entity that we should be interrogating. Yet here we are saying we are going to have a referendum to be conducted by this body. And one of the things we want is to reform that same body that is going to. So I agree with Dr. Ojwang here that is basically about self-reinvention, self-repackaging. And if this falls through, Raila Odinga is going to come up with another rabbit out of the bag. We will be arguing about it.
Professor Kagwanje, let me ask you, so is it about 2022 politics or it's about public interest?
Both. First and foremost, even if you got Mheshimiwa Ruto out of this, and you got Mheshimiwa Odinga out of this, the question is, do we have a legitimate case for a referendum? The answer is we are not yet done with the 2010 Constitution. We finished implementing, we completed implementing it as scheduled in its own addendum, last year. And therefore, this is a year or term for review. And this is not the first constitution that comes under review. The American Constitution had first and second and other amendments immediately thereafter, because the constitution-making process are very emotional processes, and you overlook some things. First and foremost, one of the main factors that emerged from this constitution is that by its very nature, it can create institutionalized exclusion. And therefore, with the two tribes, you can rule this country until cows come home. Okay? So you need to basically go the journey of Tanzania and look at the political realities and cleavages in the country and use the instrument of the referendum to secure the country in terms of having not just a majoritarian system, but a representative system in a country that have manifested ethnic orientation to its identity formation. That's one. The second, of course, is that we have a parliament here that is a rogue parliament, and that is likely to be a rogue parliament until the end of time. If they wake up today and decide to increase their salary by 3 times, what can you do? It's dictatorial.
So from there you're talking, Prof, yes. It also sounds like you're among those Kenyans who are supporting Moses Kuria.
No.
Moses Kuria's call for a referendum of Punda amechoka, punguza mzigo.
No, that's not the number
of parliamentarians.
I take a different angle. I don't think Punda amechoka. We did a calculation of...
Look at